Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, how you folks doing? Welcome here. Welcome to another edition of Smackdown. I'm your host, Conman167, and we are live today for about the next 2 hours or so, talking about all the great action that is to come here tonight. We got some interesting matches that are going to go down tonight. We got Otis going on one-on-one against Seth Rollins. We got Rey Mysterio going one-on-one against King Corbin. And then we got the main event, Bayley versus Sasha Banks for the Smackdown Women's Championship. Should be an interesting show. We'll see if it's good or not. SmackDown's been pretty good over the last few weeks, so hopefully it will continue to be good here tonight. But let's jump right into this thing, everyone. It is time for that Con Man Certified Roll Call. So who do we got in here today? We got Tristan King. We got Matthew Bonneau. How you doing, my friend? We got Lux7 Sadverk. Nice to see you, my friend. We got ourselves Ross Blocks up in here. Mr. WWE, man. JWE Wrestling Entertainment. We got Mr. Ford. We got Peyton Cash. Nice to see you. Dave. How you doing, buddy? We got Mr. Tornicane up in here. We got Dreadheaded AJ. Welcome. We got Matthew Grantland. Swaggy up in here. We got Robbie as well. Noah Tate. Nice to see you. J Money Jeff. Always great to have you. We got ourselves Skeet McSkankies up in here. Arif. How you doing, my friend? We got Yovan up in here. Anthony Olmstead. How you doing? We also got Diego Toledo, Neek Man, Be a Diamond, Kakapopo, Dre Lucado. Man, lots of familiar names. Great to see you guys. Byron Knight's up in here. King of Fate as well. And to everyone that I missed, I apologize. I can't get to all of you. But it's time for SmackDown, and I'm ready for the show tonight. I hope you guys are as well. Some Survivor Series qualifying matches that we're going to get. Like I said, Otis versus Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio versus King Corbin, both for Survivor Series qualifying matches tonight. I'm excited about Rey Mysterio versus King Corbin. I'm not 100% sure if we ever got any fallout from Money in the Bank. Like, King Corbin threw Rey Mysterio off the top of the building, right? Like, I'm not even sure if we got any follow-up to that. If we did, I just completely forgot about it. But, like, at least there's going to be a match tonight. You know, if that is how it is, then, you know, we get some sort of follow-up to it, which is good. How you doing, Mr. D&D, also known as Jeff Hobbs? Great to have you, my friend. What are we going to start things off with, though? We'll find that out. Great to see you guys. Oh, it's boss time! Your women's champion. She's here. Oh. Kevin Langoff says, so apparently Mr. Days doesn't stream NXT because of Pat McAfee. Damn, eh? It's almost like Pat McAfee's an amazing heel and makes people hate him. It's awesome. No, Pat McAfee's awesome. I think he's one of the few people who has come into wrestling over the last little bit that truly understands the promo and the importance of a promo and how to work the live crowd. That's Dave's opinion. I personally love Pat McAfee and what he's been doing on NXT. But thank you guys so very much for all of your support right here. We do got to get ourselves a donation, or not donation, we got to get ourselves a poll up on the screen. So the first question here today, everyone, is are you pumped for SmackDown? So it's either going to be yes, or it's going to be no, and you can let me know in 1 second here. Boom, 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 boom. 1 sec, guys. Those votes are almost ready to go. Should be able to do them once I refresh CloudBot. 1 sec, guys. 1 sec. Poll is almost there. All right, now you should be able to vote, everyone. Get those votes in. You can do either exclamation point, vote yes, or exclamation point, vote no. And we are going to read all these donations right now as they are prepping us for this match between Bayley and Sasha Banks. This is starting the show, which leads me to believe we are not going to get a title change. They just want to present this match right out of the gate, get people's attention. SmackDown's been firing on all cylinders. It's been the best wrestling show on TV for about 2 months now. Yeah, so this makes sense. Jump right into the women's title match. People want to see it. If there's not going to be a title change, no need for it to be the main event. Cool. All right, so first up, Jeff Hobbs, also known as D&D. He says, whether it's a midi or someone else, I will be champion again. He is obviously referencing the CMU, which airs Thursdays around 3:30 p.m. right here on the Con Man channel. So, Mr. D&D, you got gold in your future, hopefully. Our former Cruiserweight champion might capture it back yet again. Are you guys pumped for this match versus between Bayley and Sasha Banks? Are you pumped? Might have been a little early on that one.
Whether it's MT or someone else, I will be a champion again, woo.
Then we got ourselves a 5-bomb from Lux7. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the support. How you guys doing? Hey, Steve Taylor. Hey, Kevin Langoff.
Can't wait for Smackdown.
I guess it's cool. Sasha will finally debut in Mandalorian next week, and they obviously will want to have Sasha Banks as the women's champion for when her show debuts. Because here's also the reason why this match is going down here tonight, because the story is that Sasha Banks has never been able to truly defend her title. Every time she wins the title, she loses it pretty shortly afterwards, and Bayley wants to make that happen again. Lots of people upset that this match is happening right after they had the match at Hell in a Cell. Personally, I think this makes a lot of sense with the story. This should be Sasha Banks overcoming her main hurdle she's had throughout her entire career, the fact that she can't defend a title. She's going to do that tonight. It is going to establish Sasha Banks as the boss of the women's division, especially on Friday nights, and we will start to see the evolution of a new character. What that means for Bayley, I don't know, but we will see some new storylines coming forward. I hope to see Bayley maybe go into the tag team division with somebody different, expand her character. That's what I'd like to see. Here we go. Here's Bayley.
Right now, when I wrap my chair around Sasha's neck, it brings me joy. And when I think about Sasha forcing me to sign that Hell in a Cell contract, that makes me angry. But of all the emotions, I'm actually feeling really sad. I mean, after that amazing video package, they didn't show the biggest part of Sasha's career. That every time she defends her championship, ding dong, hello, Kayla.
Ding dong.
She loses.
Hello.
So
it's
I
the
hope
pizza
that
man.
Sasha
No, it's just Bayley.
took advantage of her 13-day title reign and did all her little photo shoots, because that's the only way she's going to remember it, because tonight I take back what's mine. And this Sasha, Bayley, Sasha rivalry ends the same way that it started, with Sasha crippled in the ring by her own failure.
Man, guys, if there is one thing, though, that we got to take away from this entire feud, this cannot be the end of Bayley. Right? This just simply cannot be the end of Bayley. Bayley needs to find something after this. I still do think one of them should have got drafted over to Raw. You know what I mean? Like, the Hell in a Cell should have probably been the end of this feud. Pulled them apart. That way you could have probably dragged the story out to a few more years. That, you could have had another match down the line if you got them on separate brands. But here's the positives of this match going down right now. Sasha Banks, her biggest hurdle, like I mentioned just a few minutes ago, is the fact that she has never really truly been able to defend this title. She's never been able to win the title and then have a long reign with it. Bayley has had a super long reign. Now the question is Sasha Banks going to be able to get over that hurdle? So I like that the match is going down. Wish that it would have been pulled apart a little bit after Hell in a Cell. It could have probably worked out a little bit better. But like I said, we got to find something new for Bayley, whether that's a partnership with Carmella or something different. I'm not too sure.
It's for the Smackdown Women's Championship! Introducing the challenger from San Jose, California.
Honestly, Carmella and Bayley as a tag team, I'd see it. I'd see it.
And her opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, she is the Smackdown
There's Sasha.
Women's Champion, Sasha Banks!
It's sip time. All right. So here we go, everyone. This match is officially about to get underway.
This is a massive match to kick off Friday Night Smackdown. Banks, Bayley for the Women's Championship. And the resume of these two women.
And, oh, apparently I don't have the main photo that I need here tonight. Whoops. Let's get this up on the screen properly then.
Sasha Banks, 5 times held the Raw Women's title, a 2-time tag
This thing is so deeply personal right out of the gate. These two athletes jockeying for position. What the past has taught us is that both women have the capability of climbing the
There we go. All right, now you should be able to see this. We're going to get the poll up on the screen as well for you guys, and then we're going to continue running some of these donations. So you guys certainly seem to be excited for SmackDown here tonight. The poll results are in the live chat right now. But I'm going to ask you, Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks hoping to prove Bayley and the rest of the world wrong here tonight as it comes to her.
I'm going to ask you guys who is going to win. It's either going to be Sasha Banks or it's going to be Bayley. Who do you guys think? Do either vote Banks or vote Bayley in the live chat. Nice takedown right there from Bayley. And Sasha Banks gets her shoulder up just in the nick of time. So this match, honestly, guys, like I continue to say, it has to be the moment that Sasha Banks gets over the hurdle. If Sasha doesn't get over the hurdle, there has to be a screwy finish, whether it's Carmella interfering, getting the title back on Bayley, whether it's Bianca Belair, if they wanted to jump right into the feud with Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. I doubt that's the case. Honestly, guys, it just feels like this has to be a win for Sasha Banks. I can't see any other way it going. I legitimately can't. And I believe the majority of the live chat here agrees with me on that one. Thomas Horton, thank you very much, dude, for subscribing. Great to have you. But let's continue on with these donations. We got ourselves OJ asking me, do I still stream on Twitch? No, I don't stream on Twitch anymore. If I ever was going to do just some random video games or something like that, I probably would use my Twitch. I don't. I just simply don't stream just random video games anymore. I haven't done that in quite some time. But the reason I stopped doing Twitch was because throughout 2019, I did a bit of an experiment here on the channel. I wanted to see what it would be like if we had multi-streams going on, multiple platforms, one for YouTube, one for Twitch. Throughout 2019, my views went... Part of that was in problem to the fact that there was about a minute delay between what you saw on your guys' television screen and my reactions. So for a reactions channel, that didn't really work out too well. And the other half of it was people were being split between 2 platforms. That means that we weren't getting as many views, say, on YouTube, which was the place that we gained more subscribers from. And the third issue was it didn't really help with my recommendations. YouTube saw the fact that, you know, I had another platform advertised on my live stream, and they're like, okay, we're not going to push this channel as much anymore. So I kind of shot myself in the foot with the Twitch experiment throughout 2019. I took it away towards the end of it, and the channel's been on the rebound ever since, which is good. But we're not seeing, like, you know, those 600, 700,000 viewed months that we were seeing before we did the Twitch experiment, where we're around 200 to 400,000 views every single month now. So we kind of dipped back down, but we're on the up and up, which is good to see. Anyways, that's my explanation for why I'm not on Twitch anymore. Thank you, OJ. Natalie Rybanko, thank you, my friend, for your support.
Do you still Twitch stream?
Also, I just noticed this. Mr. Jeff Hobbs, we've got ourselves a new boss. Also, Johannes Agulia, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. So with that D&D, you have become the new boss. Jeff Hobbs, D&D. One time, baby. Woo! Continuing on. So Natalie Rybanko, thank you for your 10 bomb, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. And let's roll your bomb. The King of Kings, the King of Demonetization. Conman stream is demonetized. That should be the new song for that one, right? Demonetized. All hail. Bow down to the YouTube algorithm.
What if Roman helps Seth with Otis through Jay?
But what if Roman helps with Seth with Otis through Jay? Maybe, Natalie, maybe. That could help. I want to see them keep apart Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for quite some time. Let Seth Rollins be the master of the mid-card on SmackDown. Let him ramp up the mid-card matches that we have. Let him help build up the mid-card. Roman Reigns is the main event right now. You do not need Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to clash at this moment. Eventually, yes, you pull that trigger, but at this moment, you do not need that match to go down. You have to try to build up other superstars at this moment. Using Seth Rollins with his current momentum that he has, build him up. You're building up Murphy through Rollins. You're building up Dominic Mysterio through Rollins. Continue to build up superstars through Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns is at the top of his game. He needs to go through WrestleMania out on the other side. His eventual match with Seth Rollins will be massive. But right now, we got to keep Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns apart, in my opinion. But man, Bayley just delivered a double boot right to the face of Sasha Banks. And Sasha looks like she's in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, oh my God. Sasha went flying up into the air. Oh, ow, that was actually really, really painful to watch. And Bayley now is going to slide back inside the ring. Hooks the leg, count of one, count of two, kick out by Sasha. We're going to continue rolling through the donations. Sam Pabon, how you doing, my friend? Great to have you. Thank you for your support. He says, also, by the way, OJ, thanks for your $2 there, my friend. I appreciate it. Sam Pabon says, I know why they put Sasha Banks against Bayley. Now, it's because news will put special news about the president. I see what you're saying right there, Sam Pabon, and I did hear about that as well. So that actually makes sense when you bring that up. What Sam Pabon is getting at here tonight is with the election, there is rumors that during this episode of Friday Night SmackDown, Fox could cut away to the election if there is any big developments within the election, whether it be announcing the votes or what have you. I don't want to talk too much about the election because this is a political free zone. We've decided that for the last little bit, but yeah, that could happen here tonight, so we could get a cutaway from SmackDown. So that actually makes sense why this match is starting out the show. Great point right there, Sam Pabon. Makes a ton of sense, actually. They want to make sure this match is seen since this is their most popular one. They can get around the qualifying matches if they cut away during that. Makes a lot of sense, actually. Oh, big clothesline there from Bayley. Now into the cover. Count of one, count of two, kick out.
New president.
Kick out, kick out, kick out. Hopefully you guys are doing well, though. I've been looking forward literally all day to going live with you. I was almost twiddling my thumbs this entire day. Like, yes, I could have gone live earlier with some Lucha Underground. Yes, that crossed my mind. I almost did it, and then I didn't. Yeah, so I didn't actually end up going through with it today, but I literally been twiddling my thumbs waiting to go live today. I was so excited to go live. Sasha Banks, though, meteor right there with Bayley, and then down into the mat. Sasha Banks has started to take advantage of this matchup. What changed my mind about not doing it? Amani James, literally nothing changed my mind about doing it. I just sometimes, and I don't know if anybody else is this way. This is pulling back the persona of Con Man, and you're looking at the real Connor right here. For whatever reason, it takes me a long time to convince myself that I'm going to do something. What I mean by that is if I have the idea, I'm either going to jump straight into it or I'm going to think about it. If I jump straight into it, great. You know, I have no issues with turning back, or like I will continue to move forward. But my problem is that if I don't jump straight into it and I have this idea, in about 20 minutes, my mind might change. And then it will go back and forth, and it will go back and forth. It'll go back and forth. And before I know it, I have wasted an hour and a half, like not making any progress, not getting anywhere with it. My mind sometimes just gets locked in maybe tunnel vision mode. I don't know if that's a good way to put it. But my mind just sometimes just gets in a lock, and it sometimes is very difficult for me to make a decision about what I want to do. And I don't know if that's some sort of mental block or if that's just humans in general. I'm still trying to figure out how I operate as a human, you know? So I'm noticing that's how my brain is. It takes me either 5 seconds to decide if I'm doing something, and then I jump headfirst into it and I never look back, or it takes me forever to make a decision about it, and before you know it, the time has come and gone, and I've missed my opportunity. So yeah, that's how I operate for whatever reason, and I'm really trying to work on it. I'm trying not to be as because I like to know what I'm doing and I like to think things through, but I also sometimes think things through a little too much, if you know what I mean, and that's not good either. It's not good either. Black Howling, thank you so much, my friend, for your support. He says, Con Man, how have you been? I've been doing well, my friend. Literally been looking forward to the stream all day. That was so early. That was so bad. Like, that was so bad.
What's up, Con Man? How you been?
Then after Black Howling, we had ourselves It's Ya Boy, Oscar Vlogs. Thank you, It's Ya Boy. I appreciate your support. Thanks for the dollar bomb right there. After him was Chuck Francesco. Thank you, buddy. He says, Sup, Con. Sup, Chuck. Sup, Chuck. I've always liked that name for some reason. It's a $2.79 donation. I've always liked the name Chuck, though. Don't know why.
Our great country is just waiting to be explored.
Maybe it reminds me of my childhood in Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know. Dollar, 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 dollar.
This program is aggressive in nature.
Continuing on here, we got ourselves the demonetization song from Natalie Rybanko. Thanks again for that 10 bomb right there. And I think we're going to have a new boss with that. Yes, we are. Ready, guys? On your knees, dog. Get ready. Bow down to the YouTube algorithm. I missed the first demonetized part.
I just thought what would happen if Roman helped Seth through jail.
Oh! Sasha went face
Helping
first.
friend or brother, helping brother.
Oh my, Sasha Banks went head first into the announce table. Bayley pulling out a pretty vicious move, not gonna lie. Now Bayley gonna go all the way to the top rope. Sasha, though, stopping her on the top rope. And, oh god, that could have been so bad. Yo, guys, I actually want to show you something here. It's not very often that I turn the camera to the screen. I don't want to interrupt this match. But I want to show you guys as Bayley comes down off this top rope. This could have ended badly. Watch Bayley's leg here when it hits the mat. She was supposed to go on her back. Instead, she lands on her leg. Boom! That could have been so bad. That could have been so bad. Guys, let's pull this back yet again, okay? Watch. One more time. Watch her leg. Watch her leg, her right leg. Boom! That ankle could have snapped right there. That could have been a Ridge Holland moment. So thank goodness Bayley is okay. Oh, frog splash from Sasha Banks into the cover. Count of one, count of two. Kick out by Bayley as we are now back live. My goodness. Off the frog splash, and I missed this elbow during the time we were reviewing that. Sasha Banks came off the steel steps, dropping the elbow down on Bayley, who was draped over the ring apron, and then dropping the frog splash onto Bayley, the one, the two, but it was not enough from the referee. She needed 3, and she couldn't get it. Oh my. But Natalie Rybanko, with that, we've got ourselves a new balls. Thank you, Natalie, for your support. Bayley up into the Bayley to belly. Can't land it. Taking down the leg with Sasha Banks, looking for the bank statement. It's locked in deep, but Bayley's going to be close enough to the ropes to be able to break that up. Oh, boy. And shoved into the barricade. So, Natalie.
What a frenzy of offense from both of these competitors. Banks looking for the bank statement.
Cool, starting to build up our Boss Battle Championships. Great to have, everyone. Thank you for your support. After Natalie Rybanko. Oh, wait. So Natalie says, I never said Seth versus Roman. I just thought what would happen if Roman helped Seth through Jay. It's a friend helping a friend or brother helping brother. Gotcha. If it happened, it would be an interesting story. I don't know where to go with it, and I don't know what to say. Oh, Bayley trying to use a steel chair. Instead, the referee saw it in the ring now. The same steel chair that Sasha Banks made Bayley tap out with. Now sending it right in. Oh my God, what a backstabber from Bayley. What? The backstabber into the Bayley to belly. No freaking way. 1, 2. Kick out by Sasha. Oh, thank goodness. Literally, guys, I thought they were going to put the title back on Bayley right there. I thought they were going to put the title back on Bayley, but actually, I don't even know. They might not. Oh my God. Bayley's all the way up. Elbow drop. What? What? No. 2. That's twice. I legitimately thought they were ending the match twice right there. I'm starting to notice what a wide variety of moves that Sasha Banks truly possesses. Or sorry, not Sasha Banks. Bayley truly possesses. The Bayley to belly is a great signature. The elbow drop's a great signature. Then she's got the rose plant as her finisher. She just broke out the backstabber. Like, Bayley's moves are growing by the day. Really a big fan of Bayley. She's got the Bayley exploder into the corner as well. What else does she have? A running knee right there as well. Now Bayley catching her. Oh my God, look at this side slam. Absolutely incredible stuff from Bayley. Count of 2, kick out by Sasha. This is great stuff from Bayley. Legit. Bayley looks like she's on another level at the moment. She's stepped her game up. How did she get better? She was just a champion for like this over a year. She was good during that time. These moves are fantastic. And now a crossface? What? She's got the crossface locked in. Oh my God, the crossface on Sasha. And Sasha trying to wrench on her. Trying to wrench on Bayley, trying to get out of this move. Sasha Banks, the former bitter blue bitch. That's what I used to call her. Getting towards the ropes. Bayley's got her foot on the ropes now, though. Now Sasha Banks going to get back up. Jackknife cover. 1, 2. Kick out by Bayley. Very, very good match. Bayley, oh no. Turning point. TSN turning point right there. Bayley just went shoulder first into the steel post. Oh God. What is Sasha thinking? What a boot to Bayley. Jason Stoffer, thank you for subscribing. Into the backstabber, hits it, and into the bank statement. Bayley, is she going to tap? Look at this, wrenching on the arm, and Bayley taps. It's over. Sasha Banks has defended the Women's Championship. Wow, that match was awesome. That match, ladies and gentlemen, if you got kids watching, if you are under the age of wherever swearing is not allowed, or if you don't want to hear swearing, mute your stuff, because in 3, 2, 1, Conman's gonna square. That match was fucking awesome, man. That was fucking awesome. I love that. Holy crap. Wow. Like, that was so good. Yeah, guys, we're done. We're done. It doesn't get better than that tonight. It does not get better than that tonight. Yep. Put a dime in the swear jar in the Firefly Funhouse because Conman swore. That's okay, though. But that is awesome. Sasha Banks has finally defended the Women's Championship. It was against her best friend. We are now done with the feud between Bayley and Sasha. Let's move on from it. That was the story just after Summer. It was fantastic. And let's see what happens now. Hey, Kevin Langoff. Thank you, my man. Thank you for the support. All right, Sasha Banks, though, walking up the ramp. Hang on. Hang on. Camera's still on her. Camera's still on her. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. There's Carmella. F-A-B-U-L-O-U-S. Oh, Carmella has arrived. Welcome back, face buster to Sasha. It's my girl. It's Mella. Mella is money. Oh, yeah. Carmella, be back. Oh, God, Conman's going to be sipping hard for that match. Carmella versus Sasha? All right. She back. She back, and she fine as hell. Dope. Super kick as well. I loved her super kick when she had it in the feud against Charlotte and Asuka. Great stuff. Welcome back, Carmella. Man, awesome first segment. Here's Kevin Owens with Jey Uso.
Rough couple of weeks.
Yeah, I saw last week. Yep. Now Roman's got you getting his coffee. Shouldn't that be?
Damn right, Steve Taylor.
What'd you say?
Oh, dude, I was just kidding.
You think my family's a joke, Goose?
No, I don't think your family's a joke. I don't think any of this is a joke, actually. Look, I came over because you and I are partners at Survivor Series. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't have a great track record at that particular event, so I figured this year maybe things could go better. And since we're partners, I just wanted to check in on you. But clearly you've got some stuff on your mind, so I'll just leave you be. But you should probably switch to decaf or something. Take it easy.
So, guys, is Kevin Owens going to be the challenger to Roman Reigns at TLC? We going to get Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at TLC? I'm for that. I'm so for that. Like, I want that match. Yeah.
Top of her game with Tara Sloan. Sundays on Sportsnet 1.
Good choice. Head and Shoulders keeps your hair flake-free and looking 100% great.
Sorry, Austin James. I've had to mute my DMs recently. There's just been too much stuff that's been coming into it with the election and everything. So I have not opened up my DMs whatsoever since I. Oh shoot! Did I never get back to that guy? Next Tuesday, right? No, I'm good. I did get back to him. Okay, never mind. For a second there, I thought I didn't get back to this man that I told him I was going to get back to. Next Tuesday, something that I'm producing here, or not here, but elsewhere. It's going to be cool. You guys going to like it. Okay, so let's get rolling here. So Chuck Francesco, thank you very much, my friend, for your 14 bomb right there. Let's roll it, buddy. So Chuck says, if I was Vince McMahon, what's a new pay-per-view gimmick you'd make one day? Or day one, not one day. Day one. And what's a new original match you'd make? Chuck, putting me on the spot, eh? Gimmick pay-per-view. That's a tough one. Gimmick pay-per-views can and can't work at the same time. Gimmick matches, I'm sure if I sat down, I could maybe think of something. I don't know how good it would be. Off the top of my head, I do not have an answer for you. Oh, Dave, I'm so sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to skip your dono. Yeah, Dave Rua actually is before Chuck, so we'll actually run Dave Rua's first before Chuck. But to still answer your question there, my man, I don't know what I would do day one for pay-per-views or for matches, but I tell you what I would do for the actual show and what I would introduce to WWE. I would introduce a television title. This television title would be the thing that bridges the gap between Raw and SmackDown. What I would do is once a week, that television title must be defended. Whether it's on Raw or SmackDown does not matter, but at least once a week, the champion has to defend the title. How you do that is also every single match that the champion is in on TV, that television title is on the line. And if you happen to defend the title 5 times in a row, you get an opportunity at a world championship, whether it's the Universal or the WWE title. You could have great storylines. You could have that television title hot potato back and forth. If you wanted to build up some undercard stars, you could build up a main event talent through it. It gets a title match every single week on TV, and it allows people to cross brands to face for the title. So if, let's say, Monday Night Raw was holding on to the television title, maybe he has to defend it on SmackDown that week, and we get ourselves a crossover match that we wouldn't get otherwise. So that's what I would do. Literally, it's exactly like the CMU television title. I think that's what I would introduce to the WWE. So yeah, like if you guys watch the CMU, you know what the television title is all about. That's what I would introduce to the WWE if I could. But as for a pay-per-view gimmick, I don't know. And as for an actual match off the top of my head, I don't know. Let's go with a chocolate milkshake on a pole match. Why not? there you go. Chocolate milkshake on a pole match. Winner is the person who drinks the milkshake, because you're a winner if you get a milkshake. Let's go with it. All right, so first up, Dave Rua. Thank you, Mr. Dave. And he says the following: hi, with a bunch of emojis. Oh, yay. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. Mr. David. At least you didn't say Lucha. I think I might have to disown you if you said Lucha. Oh, I didn't. Very late.
Hi, winking face, nerd face, hand waving.
What do you think? I think, Cole, I thought it was fantastic, and I think the SmackDown Women's Division just got more interesting than it already was. Switching gears.
Yeah, well, obviously Corey Graves is happy to see Carmella back on SmackDown. But here we go, interview time.
My guest, Jey Uso.
Jey Uso, all right.
Jey, the last month or two have been extremely emotional and trying for you, but I want to take you back to last week in particular.
What'd I tell you? I was gonna make you quit. And what'd you do?
All right, we're going to turn that down, and we're going to continue on with the donations, just because I don't want to get copyrighted. So, Chuck, thank you, my friend. We already had the discussion about that, though. Like I said, I don't really know what I would do for a new pay-per-view gimmick or match. How about this? Let's ask the live chat, folks. If you had to create a pay-per-view...
What's a new PPV gimmick you'd make, A1? And what's a new original match you'd make?
So here we go. Let's continue off of that one. What's a match you would make? If you had to make a brand new match, what would you make? I know, putting on the spot, it's a little difficult, eh? Up next, though, we got ourselves a 35 bomb from Kevin Langoff. Sounded like Barbara reading out a donation right there with a bunch of L's in it. But anyways, Kevin Langoff, thank you, my friend. He says, my girl Sasha retains. Oh, my girl retains. Sasha is the way. I misread that. Thank you there very much, Kevin Langoff. What? Oh my? Could it be? It is! It's boss time! Had a dream, I learned the lyrics. I could have Googled them, but I didn't. Cause it's too far away, it's on that screen. And I'm too busy right now live streaming this. I don't know why I don't just Google the lyrics so I could sing this thing properly.
My girl retains. Sasha is the way.
All right, and then let's continue on. Chuck Francesco really helping out, but before we get into that, we got ourselves another New Bowls. His name is Kevin Langoff. Thank you so much, dude. So much, man. Boom. So one time, correct? Yes, one time this month. And then, after that, Chuck Francesco says, what about... it's 28 bomb. Thank you, buddy. So what about a championship scramble? 8 superstars compete for 30 minutes, and a champion defends. Every time the champion is pinned, that person has to avoid getting pinned before the time runs out. Then the cycle keeps going. Oh, ho, ho! Mr. Dave dropping a... I don't know what that hell... What am I doing? Dave Rua, thank you for your support. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know why I went to knock it out of the park like it was baseball, but... Dude, Dave, thank you, man. Here's Jey Uso.
I consider DB
We're going to get back to that also, Chuck Francesco. We will get back to your comment.
Family is forever.
You're right. Family is forever, unless you don't fall in line and do what Roman Reigns tells you to do, right? Otherwise, according to Roman, you're out of the family.
Hey, you over here got jokes too, huh? What, everybody want to be funny today or something? Is that?
Paul?
Hi. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Question. Did Roman Reigns authorize this interview? It was rhetorical. No, he did not.
Oh.
Roman needs to talk to you, please.
Well, Jay, it seems as if Paul Heyman has a better spot in the family than you do.
Still throwing shade, huh, Caleb? Yeah. Still throwing shade, huh? You ain't that funny.
Let's not keep him waiting.
Wow. This story's good. Here's Lil Ray Ray. Rey Mysterio.
Pick up. Come on. What are you doing?
Dominic.
You're not even dressed. Your match is next. I know. Have you seen your sister? No, not today. But your match is like, it's now. Have you talked to her? No. I can't find her. I can't get a hold of her. Do me a favor. You know where my gear's at? Yeah. Please go get it for me.
Oh, the King's back! All hail King Corbin! Love it. So Dominic's going to enter a feud with King Corbin. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yep. So King Corbin just attacked Rey Mysterio right before the match. I wonder if Rey's not going to be able to go and Dom has to fill his spot. Probably not. It's probably just a way to make... when Baron Corbin wins, a little bit less of a blow to Rey Mysterio, maybe? I don't know. All right. But continuing on here. So back to your donation right there, Chuck Francesco. So about your championship scramble, it's definitely interesting. It's been done before the championship scramble match, I believe, but not 8 men. So that's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind seeing the return of the championship scramble. Remember, that's how the Brian Kendrick won his only WWE championship inside of the WWE. So I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Thank you so much, dude, for that 28 bomb. Let's roll it. There you go.
About a championship scramble. 8 superstars compete for 30 minutes and a champion defends. Every time the champion is pinned, that person has to avoid getting pinned before the time runs out. Then the cycle keeps going.
Yeah, like I said, Chuck, it's definitely been an idea that's been done before. You just kind of evolved off the idea. I like it. I wouldn't mind seeing it. Absolutely. But now let's get around to that pretty pink bomb from the one and only Dave Rua. And I need everyone on their feet. That's right. Even people who can't stand, try to stand and chant it with me. Yes, 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 Yes! Thank you so much, Dave. Thank you so much for helping out the channel, buddy. Seriously, this yes is for you. Yes! 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 Yes!
I will not be skipped ever again. Lucha, lucha, lucha. Tears of joy, winking face, winking face.
You just had to throw in that lucha. You just had to throw in the lucha, didn't you? You just had to throw in the lucha. Well, regardless there, Mr. Lucha Dave. Lucha Dave. We got ourselves 2 new bosses up here. First off, it is Chuck Francesco becoming a one-time boss battle champion as he has become the new boss. And then after Chuck, we got ourselves another new boss. His name is Dave Rua. Dropping 2. Thank you very much, my friend. You're now a 2-time boss battle champion. And then, of course, Jacob Toon dropping 2 up in here. Thank you, my man, for your support. He says, Lucha House Party for the World Champs.
This program is aggressive in nature. It may contain themes that are not suitable for everyone. Viewer discretion
Jacob Toon. Or should I call you Jimothy? Jimothy Toon. James? Let's call you James. Okay. It's James Toon. No, we'll just go with Jacob Toon. Jacob Toon. The Lucha House Party should never be world champions. That's all. They're losers.
Yes, I'm glad you understand.
Man, let's go talk to him then. Let's go talk to him, Paul.
Why don't you stay here, and I'll bring him to you when he's ready. It won't be long. I'll go talk to him now. Let him know what's going on.
No, don't worry. I didn't take that one seriously. Lucha's going to win every title in the business. Oh, here's Roman now. Roman and Jay.
Why are you over there talking to Kayla? Why are you on set? You out there trying to tell your story or something?
No, I was just doing an interview. We at work.
Listen, there's a chain of command here. If you want to do something like that,
then
you come talk to me. If you can't find me, then you talk to Paul. What's going on? What's all this about Kevin Owens, too?
Man, forget that fool. You just making dumb jokes.
Jokes. Dumb jokes.
Yeah.
It sounded like he was disrespecting you. Moose, if he disrespects you,
then
he disrespects me.
There you go.
And if he disrespects me, then he disrespects our entire bloodline. Someone like Kevin Owens, running his mouth about our family, who sits at the top of the mountain, everything we've ever worked for.
Well, it's going to turn into a family
You
thing.
gonna just let that slide? You gonna let someone like that run their mouth about us?
Nah, man. I'ma handle it.
You know about this?
Well, I kind of found out about it while it was happening.
You're supposed to know about everything. You're here to handle everything.
Wow.
So I don't have to.
I understand.
Roman putting Paul in his place.
Go find Adam Pearce. We're gonna handle this KO problem tonight.
Oh! Is it going to be Roman versus Kevin Owens tonight? King Corbin in the ring. And is he going to get a promo? It's been a bit since we've had a King Corbin promo. So you got a microphone in hand, or is it just leading into the match? Doesn't look like it. No promo for Corbin. No real entrance either. But we're going to get ourselves a Rey Mysterio. All right. So everyone, if you had to pick one storyline from WWE right now, what story is your favorite? If you had one story to pick, what would you pick? Mine's got to be the Roman Reigns storyline right now, right? I think that's going to be the majority of people. Yeah, Reigns and Uso. It's the best storyline, in my opinion, that's going on. But you can't help but also throw in the Mysterio Rollins storyline with Murphy and Aaliyah and all those things, right? But I think most people are going to pick Roman and Uso. You might see some Bayley and Sasha, which just ended earlier tonight. You might get some Roman, or you might get some Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. You might get some of that, but not likely. Okay, so let's get this poll up here on the screen for this match.
No doubt about that. We need to bolster Team SmackDown a little bit. You've already got Jey Uso, you've already got Kevin Owens, both top-level superstars, but based on the interaction we just saw, a little bit of trouble in paradise, which is why you need a bona fide leader.
Oh, and look at Corbin now with a spine buster. Cover now.
Big kick out by Ray right away. So everyone, let's get those votes in, okay? It is either going to be Rey Mysterio or it's going to be Corbin. AJ Wrestling says Corbin is underrated. Yeah, I said it. Fight me. Dude, I'm with you. I'm with you. A lot of people have it in their minds that Corbin sucks, that he is just god-awful. That is simply not the case. From an in-ring standpoint, there is not too many other wrestlers that can hold a one-on-one match with Corbin and work it as safely as he does. Corbin is almost like The Miz in the sense that he isn't overly exciting. What you see Corbin bring to the table is not going to be flashy. Not going to be flashy. It's not going to be exciting. It's not going to be anything other than a heel working down your baby face. You're not meant to cheer for him. Corbin finds a way to make you hate him. And that's what a heel is supposed to do. I do think Corbin is underrated. Now, does that mean people want to see him as a champion? Frig, no. No, people don't want to see Corbin as champion. They certainly don't want to see an extended run of Corbin as champion, not as the heel persona that he is. I think they could get to it with a heel persona for Corbin if he drops the King gimmick. And as much as I've liked the King gimmick as being a heel thing, it's time to move aside from him being the King. It's time to have somebody else come through. Maybe we don't even need a King right now. Maybe he can have a match where if he loses, he has to get rid of the King gimmick, and that could be that. I would like to see Corbin in a legitimate tag team. I think Corbin at this point in his career could enter a tag team role with some other major heel by his side. Don't know who it could be. Could be somebody from NXT. Could be somebody that they're trying to build up. Get a major heel by his side, and then eventually build to a story down the line where you test out the idea of running with Corbin as a face. If you can get that done, I think that's how you could get Corbin to the World Championship picture. If you find the right partner to go with him, you have an extended run as a tag team, maybe a year plus, maybe a year and a half, and then you get him over through his tag team work, and then you turn him face against that tag team partner and see if that can push him up to the top of the card where they want him to be. As a heel right now, he can always jump in as a filler opponent for any champion. It doesn't matter if you're a mid-card babyface champion or a top-level babyface champion. He could fill in a one-off match against absolutely anybody. But him as a champion right now, in his current incarnation as a heel, would not work. 1, 2, Mysterio can't get the victory right there. Corbin, oh no, Corbin. Oh wait, Corbin caught by Rey and just sent to the outside of the ring. Oh, here comes Sethy Poo. Seth Rollins is here, the Messiah of Friday nights. Rollins coming out to ringside, Dominic looking at him, and Sethy Poo is like, hold up, I'm just out here to watch. And he just puts his hands together and we go to commercial break. That's what I'm talking about, folks. You have heard Conman talk about commercial breaks and how vital it is to the show of cutting to commercial breaks at the proper time in a match. Because I understand, you cannot always get through a match without commercials. Cutting away after a high spot where something big happens is not good. And I've said that a million times. You cannot cut away in a match after a suicide dive, after like a big planche over the top rope, after a finishing move was hit, after a giant superplex was hit, whatever it may be. If you have a high spot in the match, you do not cut after that. What you do is you have that high spot, let it simmer a little bit, then you bring out the high drama, and that high drama is what is going to captivate the audience enough to sit through 5 minutes of commercials. So what we just had happen right there, Seth Rollins comes out during the match a little bit after a high spot where Rey Mysterio hit that Hurricanrana, started to get his comeback against Corbin. Corbin rolls to the outside of the ring, and then boom, guess what? Rollins comes out. That's your high drama that allows the fans to digest what just happened inside the ring. There is now a little bit of a cliffhanger to get through the commercial breaks, and we come back on the other side of things, and it is good, and then we continue on from there. So yeah, perfect way to go to commercial break. I want to be fair to WWE. If I'm going to criticize when they're bad with their commercial breaks, I want to make sure that I also say when it was a very good transition, and that right there was a great transition to commercial break. Let's get over to some donations because we do have a few right here. Thank you, everyone, for your support. So, Natalie Rybanko up in here, thank you, my friend, says, Roman Reigns, Seth, and Ray is beating a dead horse. I don't know what Seth has to do with Murphy and Ray's daughter. What? I'm sorry, Natalie Rybanko. I think you might. I don't want to come across rude, and this is not me trying to sound rude whatsoever. I think you might want to watch this story again, because all of the details are there on television, why Seth Rollins is still here with Murphy and Ray's daughter and the whole Mysterio family. You know, I think you might want to watch that story again through just to see if you maybe missed something, because it makes a lot of sense why it's going on right now.
This program is aggressive in nature. It may contain themes that are not suitable for everyone. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's maybe been going on for a long time, but the story is there, right? Like, I can agree, it's been going on for a long time, but, you know. Demonetized. All hail. And bow down to the king.
Roman Reigns, Seth and Ray is beating a dead horse. I don't know what Seth has to do with Murphy and Ray's daughter.
Hey, Mus Irving, how you doing, my friend? Great to see you.
And the winner of this match will join Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, as part of Team SmackDown for the traditional Survivor Series.
Cool, but this match is underway right now. King Corbin versus Rey Mysterio. Storyline-wise, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this. I don't know who belongs on the Survivor Series team. Like, Corbin brings more of a legitimacy to it in terms of, like, his size and his strength. Rey Mysterio brings more of a name value. I see a question in here about Hell in a Cell WFR. Diego Toledo asking me, why didn't I do a WFR for Hell in a Cell? So when it came to it on the Monday, I couldn't convince myself to do it. Again, when we speak about how my brain works there, where I either jump into it or it takes me forever to do it, that was one of those days as well. I planned on doing it the night before. Then I woke up that morning and just... I had no energy. I had absolutely no energy, and I don't know exactly why. I'm gonna say it might have been because, like, you know, of the drinks that we had the night before. It's a possibility, but I don't think that was the sole reason. My body just felt drained after the long weekend as well. We had the streams on Friday night, the streams on Saturday night, and the streams on Sunday. I was tired, and I had to stream again on the Monday night. So I think all those kind of combined to me not doing the WFR. I just ended up not doing it. Said, okay, we'll get the next pay-per-view. And then Paul Carpenter, he dropped $5, but his message was deleted before I could read it. So, Paul, regardless, dude, thank you very much for your support. Do I think Dom will win a world title in the future? We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. There's a lot to be tested with him. Close enough. Yes, Brandon Jordan. I did notice that. If you guys didn't see the comment from Brandon Jordan, he says, have I noticed that Seth has changed his look a little bit with his hair slicked back? Yes. Oh, man. The knees from Corbin, though. Being driven right down into Rey Mysterio. Oh, that looks like that hurts. And a third shot. Wow, that's a world's strongest slam. Corbin breaking out a move from Mark Henry's repertoire, but then a big kick out there from Rey Mysterio. But yeah, it's possible that Dominic Mysterio does win a world title. Absolutely possible. Just I don't know how far away we are from it. We could be a decent amount away from it. Oh, but Corbin just wrenching back on the neck of Lil Ray. Just, oh, God, that has to hurt, dude. You know, a lot of people talk about wrestling, and like, yes, wrestling is a work. But man, like, I don't know how you get in that ring and you have people wrench back on you. I can barely put my leg up here. Like, I can barely do this. Like, I can barely do that. And they're getting their legs stretched over their head. They're getting, like, they're getting their knees bent in different directions. Their back being turned up. Like, it's gotta hurt, man. It's gotta hurt. It can't feel good. What did I call Ray? Lil Ray. Con Man needs to stretch, man. All right, I'm going to touch my toes, okay? All right, here we go. I just touched my toes. You couldn't see it, but I did. No socks. Aren't you cold? You know what, dude? This room in here is ridiculously hot all the time. All the time. It's because I've got... Well, in this tiny, tiny, tiny room, which you guys can see is really not big at all, I've got one light, I've got two lights, I've got three lights, I've got 4 lights, I've got 5 lights, then I've got myself 3 monitors, and a computer firing on all cylinders, live streaming to YouTube. This room is freaking hot. It is freaking hot, yet I'm in a sweater. Canadian, right? Like, God. Also keeping the door closed. Yeah, door being closed as well. The only saving grace that I have is I have a tiny little fan over here to my left. And that's blowing right on me, so that is enough to keep me cool. But, man. Corbin just got hit with a back elbow from Ray. Another back elbow there. Wait, what the hell? Rey Mysterio biting Corbin?
Mysterio had Corbin's body in front of the referee, so the official Jessica Carr was not able to see what had happened.
Retro Demand just asked me, could Corbin face Roman? If so, how would you book it? Considering we had ourselves a, 8-month-long feud between Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin, I never want to see that match again. No, never. I will not even fantasy book it for you. We saw 8 months of that. We are not going to get that again. No. Rey Mysterio, nice seated senton right there to King Corbin into the cover. Count of 2, kick out by Corbin. Just make the room cold, duh. Dude, I would love to be able to do that. We don't have air conditioning here. This house doesn't have central air. And it's also Canada. So we really can't have our air on once it gets to really like November. Otherwise our AC unit will freeze. Drop kick right there to Corbin. Off the ropes. Oh, he was going for the 619. Couldn't land it though. Trying to dial that up. Corbin on the outside of the ring. Oh, wait a second. What? Oh, what are you doing, Corbin? Just attacking Poor Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, Rey Mysterio ain't gonna like that one. Now he's gonna leap over the top rope. Here he goes, crossbody taking down Corbin. Honestly, guys, pretty good SmackDown so far, if I'm being honest. It's been an hour and I've been thoroughly entertained. Thoroughly entertained. That first match between Bayley and Sasha Banks, fan-freaking-tastic. Amani James says, you look comfortable in there. I would have never guessed you were hot in there unless you were sweating. I've almost gotten used to it at this point. When I first got this office, if you guys remember like a year ago, when I first got into this office, I was sweating buckets. It was not a comfortable time for me here. It was not even remotely comfortable. Very, very hot. This past summer was extremely hot. Oh, Seth Rollins now attacking Dominic Mysterio. What is he doing, man? And Lil Ray's got to make the save, going after Rollins. Oh, wait a second. Seth Rollins gets sent right into the barricade. Wait, Murphy and Aaliyah coming out. I'm just trying to help you, she says. You shouldn't be here, says Daddy Ray. And I think this is how he's going to lose the match. Ray's distracted. No, Corbin, no! No, what a botch. Frig! That sucks. That sucks. Oh, God, that sucks. That would have been a perfect ending. Frig, that sucks. Oh, that sucks so bad they botched that. Oh! That would have been a perfect ending if they didn't botch it. Crap. End of days for Corbin, though. Picks up the win. I mean, that's the right call. Corbin going to Survivor Series adds a bigger man to the team, which they did need. But, like, Rey Mysterio did not do that move right, guys. The botch was on Rey. Corbin actually saved it. I want to show you guys what the botch was. Let's analyze this. We're going to pull deep into the playbook of Botch Guy here and analyze a botch. But here, let me show you guys. So as Rey gets back inside the ring, everyone, Corbin is going to line wait, but watch. Rey doesn't sell this right. He doesn't take his feet out. He just gets caught. Look. It was almost like he was lining up the Sister Abigail. That's almost what it looked like, guys. Let's watch this again. It looked like he's going to go for a Sister Abigail. I think Rey just got confused what the move was. Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. Rey Mysterio went to sell that as Sister Abigail. So watch, his feet will remain on the ground right here by Corbin. Feet on the ground right here, and then Corbin lifts him off of his feet, and he goes face first. So there we go. So it was just a bit of a mistake by Rey Mysterio. His feet didn't go in the right area. That's all. It wasn't that bad of a botch, but it is a botch. Absolutely, yeah. Corbin actually saved that that ending right there when Rey Mysterio wasn't selling it properly. I don't know, Steve. I mean, here's the thing. It might very well be breaking news because we know Vince McMahon does not write his shows ahead of time. Vince McMahon is probably in the back right now saying like, oh, all right, goddammit, pal. Oh, goddammit, pal. This is such good shit. We're going to make ourselves a new match over here, and we're going to have ourselves Jey Uso go up against Kevin Owens. And then when that doesn't happen with that promo, we're going to have ourselves Roman Reigns get mad and then go up against Kevin Owens in the main event because that's good shit. And actually, not gonna lie, it's pretty good shit, but still, you know, it's Vince McMahon. He probably doesn't have a damn clue what he's doing beforehand. And next thing you know, he creates a match out of thin air and it's put on the card. Oh, thanks, Jayless. Seriously, dude. Thank you, buddy. Okay, let's continue on. We got ourselves some more donations. This one is from Natalie Rai Banco. Thank you, Natalie. And remember, everyone, if you are enjoying the show, please make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, making sure you are subscribed to the channel. You can see your name pop up there on the top left-hand side. All right. But before we run this, let's actually update the results as well because we just saw King Corbin defeat Rey Mysterio. Ahmed Youssef says, not a good show so far. Okay, I can respect your opinion. I've actually enjoyed tonight's show quite a bit. That Sasha Bayley match blew me out of the water. Seriously, guys. Like, Sasha Banks and Bayley, fan-freaking-tastic. I also like the development of the storyline with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. And not gonna lie, that match was good. The ending could have been a little better had Rey Mysterio not botched the end of days. I think that would have been a fantastic end to the match. Unfortunately, it just looked a little silly. That is really unfortunate when finishing moves get botched like that. But kudos to King Corbin for still finding a way to deliver the move, because it still looked vicious. If I had to give it a rating so far, I'm at an 8.5. I legitimately am at an 8.5 so far for SmackDown. It will probably stay around that ranking. I can't see too much more happening. Like I said earlier, what we saw with Sasha Banks and Bayley is the best it's going to get tonight. That is the best it's going to get. So, you know, unless something major happens, it's probably going to be an 8.5 for me tonight. It's also not likely to drop at this point.
Corbin versus Roman again.
But we'll
Even
see.
though I love watching Roman, I would stop watching until it ends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Natalie Rybanko. I do appreciate your support on this channel. It can only go down to an 8 if it goes down. Oh no, AJ Wrestling. It could go down all the way. They could pull out the dumbest crap ever, and the rating could go right down. Not likely. They have been producing a good show on Fridays. Like, Friday Night SmackDown has been really quite entertaining for quite some time now, if I'm being honest. You know, they've honed in what works for them. They've eliminated what doesn't. The draft did SmackDown a ton of wonders. The draft did not do Monday Night Raw any wonders. Like, it didn't do them any favors. That could also be because of booking, but SmackDown right now, they got a wealth of new superstars that they could push, that they could do stuff with, that they could create cool stories with. Raw got a lot of the, we'll figure out what we're doing with you later. You know what I mean? It was just a little bit like, we'll do something with you at some point. Raw is almost like, we just got more draft picks, so let's draft more people, and maybe we'll find out something to do with them. What the hell happened to Ruby Riot's hair? The hell happened to Ruby Riot's hair? Okay. Okay. So Ruby cut her hair.
Also involved in this matchup tonight is
Zelina Vega and Ruby Riott. So interesting for Ruby Riott to get a haircut like that.
Well, this matchup was made earlier today. We show you how in this WWE
Okay.
Network exclusive. Well,
Not sure how I feel about the haircut, but that's, let's say it right here, guys. That's that's a man commenting on a woman's appearance, and that really shouldn't be how it is. So if Ruby Riott enjoys it, Ruby Riott enjoys it. Natalia right now trying to roll her up. Big kick right there to the face from Zelina Vega. So let's get this going here, everyone.
Billy Kay to become the first woman on the SmackDown team. The Raw team's already set, Corey. Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, and Lana.
Well, listen, I could see this matchup going any of the three ways here. All three willing competitors come.
Ruby
Into the cover?
Kick out by Natalia.
I'm curious to see what
SmackDown #1 show says, Conman, can you grow your hair long, or are you at the point where you can't grow it anymore? My hair used to be extremely long. For people who have been on the channel for a while, you guys might remember the fact that Conman for a little bit there did have himself... oh, he had his hair pulled all the way back, didn't he? It was long, man. It was extremely freaking long. Yeah, had her back in a little bit of a man bun for a bit. Yeah, don't judge me. Don't judge Conman for the man bun phase. It happened, okay? It happened. Oh, all right. So who will win? It's either going to be Zelina Vega. It's going to be Natalia.
I think this could be a big night for Ruby Riott to represent SmackDown at Survivor.
Or is it going to be Ruby Riott?
A lot about the potential this young woman has. Now Natalia.
Plus, all of Ruby's best friends are metalheads. Right up my alley.
Here's Ruby now, top rope. Ruby Riott.
Oh, Ruby Riott just went for the senton, but can't land it. And now putting in her... Oh, man, I was going to say Shoop Starter, but that's not the name of the move. You guys know that. Zelina Vega off the Bulldog. Now double knees in the corner to Ruby Riott.
The chin of Ruby Riott. But Zelina Vega joined Team SmackDown at Survivor Series. Vega now.
Zelina Vega. Oh, my God. What a hurricanrana. Face first goes Riott into the mat, but Vega can't get the cover. Make sure you guys get your votes in. Who do you think's going to win? It's either going to be vote Vega, vote Natalya, vote Riott. Discus clothesline, misses that. Zelina Vega goes to roll her up. Now she got her. 1, 2. Broken up right there. Sorry, kick out, I should say, by Natalya. Trying to flip her over into the Sharpshooter. The sharpshooter right there, everyone. And Vega might very well tap out. This is giving me shades. Earlier today, everyone, I watched SummerSlam 1991, and I watched Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect. What a phenomenal match that was. Absolutely phenomenal. Dragging Vega back towards the center of the ring. Zelina Vega. Oh, Ruby Riott now. Not allowing her to tap out. Ruby Riott saving the match with a bit of an armbar. Oh, she taps out. Wow! That was fantastic! That was fantastic! Holy shit! I love that ending. I love that freaking ending. Unbelievable. That was awesome. Awesome, awesome. That was creative. What a unique way for that match to end. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't see what happened, Natalya had the sharpshooter locked in on Zelina Vega. As Vega was about to tap out, Ruby Riott came in the ring, locked on a armbar of sorts, a modified armbar submission hold, which prevented her from tapping out, leading to Ruby Riott picking up the win because Natalya let go of the move, and then all of a sudden, as soon as she let go of the move, she was tapping out, and Ruby Riott had the armbar locked in still. Massive, massive, massive win.
Hey, Vicky, you want to come kick it with your boys in the Champions Lounge?
Yeah, dog, we already took the lease off of Cesaro and Shinsuke. We got the whole lounge remodeled, man. You know what? I will. I will. Yeah, Hey, man, we can talk LeBron, God Theory, Survivor Series. Oh, I get it now. Survivor Series. Y'all trying to get a little scoop for the match with Kofi and Woods. Yeah, just a little scoop, a little scout report. All right, make sure bring it in. We good. So, if y'all lay down in the ring, Kofi and Woods won't beat you up too bad.
Oh.
You funny, brother. You funny.
Oh, Billy Kay now. All right.
Mr. Profits, here's my headshot and resume. If you're looking for some inside info on the Red brand, you can just see here I was a former member of the Raw roster. Oh, it says that point there. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Billy.
Yeah.
We were on Raw the same time as you.
You what?
Blue collar working man.
He's having some tough luck these days. I bet there's not an academic.
New theme. This is Otis's new theme.
Well, here's a guy who's strong as a bear and smart as a tractor.
Yeah, but he's Mr. Hard Luck. Otis has been through hell and back over the past couple of months. But tonight he has an opportunity to qualify for the SmackDown team.
Okay. Theme song. Theme song. Blue collar working man. Could work. Could work. Could work. We heard it at Hell in a Cell, did we? Oh, my bad, everyone. Did we hear it at Hell in a Cell? I might have forgot about that. But still, generic a little bit, but it could work. I reacted to it at Hell in a Cell. Did I react the same way, or did Conman change up his his thoughts? Honestly, I don't remember hearing it. My mind just goes blank sometimes when I'm watching WWE. I have to watch it back through sometimes to remember what I saw. I said I liked it. Okay. I can see how I said that. I've changed it up, though. So I heard it a second time. A little on the generic side. I said I liked it. Okay. Goes to show Conman can change his mind. I'm not hating it. I'm not hating on it. Just a little generic, but also it could work. Yeah.
Digital vehicle report. I bring these stories to life. We check your car's overall.
You said Otis has a new theme. He's winning. Well, Conman was wrong. I said I liked it a lot. Well, Conman has apparently changed his opinion on it. Not saying I don't love it. Wait, yes I am. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. I think it's a little on the generic side that has the opening, could work, got me bobbing along a little bit, doesn't stand out as like a massive introduction, but it's decent, I guess. So I think that's what I'll say right now. I think that's my final opinion on it. It's decent. Decent. Unbroken says, no, you are not allowed to change your mind. Absolutely no flip-flopping allowed in society. That's funny. All right, let's continue on. We got ourselves a 10 bomb right here from Kevin Langoff. Thank you, dude. With that, you're going to be the new boss. Behold the king of demonetization. Demonetized, son. That evil laugh is YouTube taking my money. Bow down to the YouTube algorithm. Seriously, I kind of like that.
Good show and best 2 weeks of my life with 2 big Sasha victories, by the way, new boost.
Aw, yeah. I'm glad, man. I'm glad you're having a great time, Mr. Kevin Langoff. Thank you for your constant support, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. But with that, my friend, we've got ourselves a new boss. Am I sure that's my final answer? I mean, Unbroken, Conman probably contradicts himself a lot more than he would like to hear, but I'll say that's my final answer for this week. Oh yeah, this is going to be Otis versus Rollins, isn't it?
Your first round choice for auto insurance. I've got something I need to get off my chest. I need to apologize.
Retro says, how would you book Otis versus Tucky? How long and where? Well, one thing I wouldn't have done is have Tucky job out on Monday Night Raw. What the hell was that? They could have picked anybody in the back, not a man who just turned heel. You know? So if I was to book it, I would eliminate that ever happening in the history of WWE. But if I had to book from here on, they're on different brands now. At least I believe they are. There was some rumors that Tucky got traded back to SmackDown. But I believe they're on different brands now. That's a tough one, my friend. I don't know how to say how I would book it. You had the turn work out perfectly. I think the turn was perfectly built up to. So then all you got to do is have Otis be mad that Tucker turned his back on him. Have Tucker explain why he turned his back on Otis. And you lead to a match, right? Like, it doesn't have to be a big match, like a big feud or anything. It just needs to lead somewhere. It needs to lead to the match so that they can get on with wherever they want to push these people. They did build up to the turn perfectly, my friends. Like, I honestly think the turn couldn't have been any better. The turn worked out great. Just sucks that they threw that all away on Monday Night Raw. Like, literally, they packaged it, and I'm not even sure if they just changed Tucker's look to make it seem like he wasn't even there. if they just wanted to get Tucker on TV, they're like, okay, make yourself look as generic as possible, and people might think you're someone else. Like, so yeah, Tucker is supposed to be on Raw. Like, that is where Tucker's supposed to be, but there's been a lot of confusion with where he is right now. Okay, Austin, who would you have as the 2 single brand pay-per-views between What? Hey, Con, who would you have as the 2 single brand pay-per-views between Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, TLC Armageddon, or New Year's Revolution? I have no idea what you're asking me. No idea what you're asking me there, Austin. All right, Natalie, let's continue on. Natalie, thank you very much for your 10 bomb right there. Yes, we are aware of the presidential race right now and everything going on it. I appreciate your support, Natalie. Thank you for the 10 bomb right there. We're trying to keep this a political-free chat, though, just because it can get heated between people. Emotions are high right now, whether you were whoever you were voting for, right? Emotions are high at the moment. There's a lot of uncertainty right now. So we're just going to try not to converse about it, but I want everyone to know, as long as you're respectful here in this live chat, it doesn't matter your personal views. As long as you're respectful to each other in this live chat, then we can have a great time conversing about wrestling. But thank you so much there, Natalie Rybanko, for your support. On your knees, dog. Banning, banning, oh, banning. Oh, here comes Murphy. All right. There you go. And let's get this matchup on the screen officially.
I had nothing to do with the Mysterio family. Rollins whipped into the corner, bounced head first off the turnbuckle as Murphy looks on. Murphy used to be a follower.
Today is Nick Aldis' birthday. Well, happy birthday, Nick Aldis.
And Murphy finally said enough's enough.
Hey, Graham, what's good? How you doing, buddy? He says, hey, Con, who would win in a cage match between AJ Styles and John Kakina? Oh, well, that's a good question there. Mr. Graham was good. We'd start out with AJ Styles in the cage, and then John Kakina would be in the ring the entire time, but you couldn't see him. So John Kakina would win, because how do you beat an invisible man? You just simply don't. You don't beat an invisible man. Knowledge Pratt says, are you looking at the chat? Yes, I am, my friend. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, nice sling blade from Seth Rollins, though, as he drives Otis down into the ground. Now hooks the leg, count of 2, kick out by the big man known as Otis.
I think Seth Rollins is exactly what Otis needs.
Why are Cole and Graves laughing? There must have been a joke told that we missed. Or something happened. Kaylee Sproul says, Con, the cops are down the street. Man. Well then. Go say hi. No, actually, don't. Stay inside. Stay safe. Uh-oh, Otis now, though. Starting to build up the momentum. He's Otising up. I can't say it as, like, hulking up. That doesn't work as well. Like, look at this dude, Kate, guy. Look at this man. He just beat... Oh, Otis, shake those hips. Feel yourself. Yeah, Otis. Feel yourself, man. Rollins with the right hand, and Otis be firing back. Hey, here we go. Off the ropes goes Otis. Big shoulder tackle goes down Rollins. Steps up, back elbow catches Rollins right there. Off the ropes yet again. The big man be moving. Lifts him up and slams Rollins down. Face first into the mat. We gonna see a worm? Or known as a caterpillar? Probably. Otis with a big spinning slam. This is a move he's won with before, slamming down Rollins. And could it be Otis who punches his ticket to Survivor Series to join Team Smackdown? It very well could be, but Otis got caught by a big boot from Rollins into the side of his head. Rollins up, but caught by Otis. Overhead belly to belly throw, and down goes the Friday Night Messiah. Otis, like a freight train, straight into the chest of Rollins. That's like nearly 400 pounds coming right into your gut. And he's gonna dial it up, everyone. And we say this every single time. Before the beautiful butterfly, there is something that goes into a cocoon. And before it exits its cocoon, it's known as a caterpillar. That's the name of the move by Otis, but we're not seeing this move right now as Murphy is up on the side of the ring. Staring at Rollins? Murphy? What? 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 Did Murphy just rejoin Rollins? What in the hell? Rollins with the curb stomp. What is Murphy thinking? Rollins just beat Otis. What just happened? Is Murphy back with Rollins? Murphy still walking away with his hands like this, signaling that he's back to being his disciple character. Rollins looks confused. Something's more got to come out of this, right?
Smackdown, Seth Rollins has qualified for the men's Survivor Series team. What is going on with Murphy?
Damn. Well, what do you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down, fist emoji if you're in the center. What did you think of that match? I thought that match was good. Good enough. Got us to what we needed, Seth Rollins being on that team. So now all of a sudden, Friday Night SmackDown's team for Survivor Series looks really solid. Seth Rollins, Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso. One more person to go on that team. Wonder who it's going to be. Mostly thumbs up. All right. Oh, yeah. You guys could probably hear that in the background. At Survivor Series, it's going to be the final farewell of The Undertaker. 30 years to the day. He debuted back in 1990 at Survivor Series. One of the most iconic superstars in the history of the business. And we're going to get the final farewell of Undertaker at the upcoming pay-per-view. Let me ask you guys, though, because it's wrestling, right? This is not the actual end of Undertaker, right? We're getting one more match. They're saying it's the final farewell because the storyline that's approaching is going to be the final story of The Undertaker, right? Like, that's what it has to be. And for me, there is no other match that you get to build to other than The Fiend versus Undertaker. Like, that has to be the match, right? Like, that has to happen. Either that match happens or The Fiend attacks Undertaker at the end of the pay-per-view to write him off. Those are the two ways it could go. I would almost like to see him get written off of Survivor Series so that come Mania time next year, you can pull the trigger on the final Undertaker match, the final farewell versus The Fiend. That's what I would say. Undertaker is 56 years old, Con. Exactly. It's time for him to build towards his final match. The thing with The Undertaker, his name value alone draws people into the building, right? His name value gets people paying attention amongst his matches. You have to put The Fiend over in a match with The Undertaker. Like, that has to happen. If you don't make that happen, you are missing out on the possibility of creating a bigger star for the next generation. Like, Bray Wyatt as The Fiend could be idolized like The Undertaker is in a few years. If his character progresses in the correct direction, if he gets the right wins at the right time. It could also be one of the biggest flops, and it could be closer to the Boogeyman, right? Like, that is the danger of the Fiend Bray Wyatt character. You can either have the Boogeyman and just be a lower mid-card guy who goes out there and scares people, or you can have a main event player like The Undertaker was throughout his career, who doesn't always need a championship in The Fiend. You can have that, but you need to get the right matches in front of us. You need to show that the fans can invest in this new character because he gets a big win over an icon like The Undertaker. That's my opinion. I think that's the way it needs to go. Retro Man asking Khan, should the Fiend go on a WrestleMania undefeated streak? I don't believe so. I think if we're ever going to do an undefeated streak at WrestleMania, it needs to be established right from the start. It needs to be for a fresh character that you're going to try to put over every single year. In my honest opinion, I don't think we see ever an undefeated streak at WrestleMania again. Not in the way that we saw the Undertaker's. Like I don't think we'll see anything close to that ever again. We might get 4 or 5 in a row. You'll never see 20. What was it? 21 and 0 was it? What that he got to? I can't remember. 21 and 0, right? That he got to.
Hey, I know what I saw tonight. I think I know what I saw there tonight.
21 and 0. Okay.
Tell me I saw what I think I saw. Tell me I saw what I think I saw, Murph.
Messiah Disciple. Murphy's with Rollins again.
That is
I
music
think
to my
for
ears.
now.
Oh man, say it again. Please.
Messiah.
Yes. I knew it. I knew you would see the light.
Wow.
I knew you would see the truth. I knew that you would come to the understanding of the Mysterio family. But they were never going to accept you. But I do. Welcome back. My disciple, welcome home. I've got work to do, man. Got work to do.
Murphy!
Here comes Aaliyah.
What the hell was that? What was that? I go to my family, I defend you, and you help Seth? You help Seth?
Hey, please. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, it's a plan.
I need you to trust me.
It's a plan.
This is for the greater good.
It's for the greater good?
Mike Murphy's got himself pretty wrapped up in a very interesting entanglement, but I think he's seen the light, so that's a good thing.
Well, Corey, you had the opportunity.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm pumped to see where this goes. I am pumped to see where this goes. Uh-oh. Guys, is it freak time? Freak counter. Here we go, freak counter.
Lars, last week you spoke to Corey about your grade school issues, the fact that you were called a freak, that you were bullied.
I hate bullies. I've been bullied my entire life. For the way I look, for the way I talk, for the way I dress. And those bullies, they would push me down, they would kick me, they would steal my lunch, they would mock me, and they would call me freak. And the other kids, they would just stand there and they would watch and they would laugh at my expense. Well, then at 13 years old, I started lifting weights and learned how to take care of myself, and I gained about 50 pounds of muscle in the span of 18 months.
And then started an internet video.
And the bullying stopped.
Starred in an internet video is what I tried to say.
In fact, I became the bully. I bullied the bullies. And that was so much fun, man. And I bullied the kids who would just stand there and watch and laugh at me at my expense. I would bully them too. I got them. Because they deserved it.
We should have had a bully counter.
I learned that I could bully whoever I want.
Is he known as the bully or the freak? The bully freak.
I could make them do whatever I want. I could make them eat whatever I want.
Yeah, you could.
Dirt.
No, con man, don't go there.
Glass. Bugs. I could do whatever I want. I could do this.
Me too.
Now that's intimidation. That's bullying.
Is it?
And I love it.
Okay.
You know, Corey, very few times in my career have I ever been that uncomfortable. I don't blame you one bit.
Woo!
Well, here is a man who is...
Day one-ish, been down since. Day one-ish, the freak said. Bully a bunch of times. Now Jey Uso is out here. Conman can't rap for shit. Yeah! Boom, 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 boom. All right. So, the freak, Lars Sullivan. He's a freak. A super freak. Let's go here. All right. So, the bully, the freak, Lars Sullivan. They certainly know how to push a name, don't they? There's no doubt about that. We got ourselves some donations, though, so let's get around to those right about now after we say thank you to Chris Carrera for subscribing to the channel. Welcome, my friend. Okay, so after Natalie Rybanko's 10 bomb, we had Chuck Francesco dropping 4. Thank you, buddy. He says, what pay-per-view are you on now? About halfway through SummerSlam 1991, I believe. Let me see whereabouts I'm at in it. I'll tell you in 1 second here. I'm probably gonna watch some more tonight as well. Honestly, guys, I'm loving watching these old pay-per-views from WWE. It has been an absolute enjoyable enjoyable few weeks that I've been watching already. So yeah, I'm about halfway through SummerSlam 1991 right now. Watched Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect earlier today. And legitimately, guys, the thing that I'm starting to love is seeing where wrestlers drew their inspiration from, truly. Because I know it's very easy, and I'm sure a lot of us newer, and I say newer wrestling fans, if you started watching in 2012, 2011 time frame, if you became a true wrestling fan around that time, we would be considered newer wrestling fans. I started watching in 2005, but didn't really pay attention until 2011/12 area. That's when I became a real, true wrestling fan. But for me, I watched clips of the past. I watched documentaries of the past. I read up on Wikipedia about events from the past. So I had enough of my wrestling knowledge to know who was who. But I also didn't have a ton of experience watching full pay-per-views, start to finish. And so what I decided to do is I decided to go back in time with the WWE Network, sit there and watch all of the pay-per-views. And my goal is to get through not just WWE pay-per-views, but through WCW pay-per-views. I'd eventually like to check out some Impact Wrestling pay-per-views from back in the day. I want to check out the stuff with Jim Crockett Promotions and the NWA before it became WCW. I want to check that out. So I've got a lot of stuff that I want to get through. And what I'm becoming aware of is just how important the people who came before this generation of wrestlers were. The people in the 90s who were changing the game from the Hulk Hogan era of wrestling, where it was babyface gets beat down all the way, and then he starts hulking up and comes back, like getting rid of the Ultimate Warrior era, and you can see it start to move up the card. You can see Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, those guys, phenomenal in-ring talents that started to move up the card and produce high-quality wrestling bouts. You went away from just like the big, beefed-up men who could barely do anything other than a running clothesline and a leg drop, to the people who could put on some of the best matches you have ever seen. And as I've been watching through, I've seen some really, really good matches. Macho Man versus Randy Savage, phenomenal, obviously from WrestleMania early on. But like this Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect match has been my favorite match I have seen since I've been watching through. It's been my favorite match so far in the old pay-per-views.
You're about to face Jey Uso, your teammate for Survivor Series. Do you feel like things got out of hand to get to this point?
Out of hand? Of course things got out of hand, because when I came here today, I certainly didn't expect to have to fight my partner at Survivor Series. But, you know, Kayla, the thing about me is I have a tendency to speak my mind. It's almost like a bad habit. But, you know, if Jey Uso or Roman Reigns or Roman Reigns' little bit special counsel, if they have a problem with that, then so be it. You know what else is out of hand is what Roman Reigns made Jey Uso do to Daniel Bryan last week. That was out of hand. But look, Jey can justify it however he wants. I get it. I've done a lot of very questionable things in my career for my family. The difference between Jey and I is
Did I say Macho Man versus Randy Savage? Holy crap. Did I seriously say that? I meant to say Macho Man versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I apologize, guys. If I said that, did not mean to.
Jey,
Whoops.
know this. The beating you've got coming, trust me, it is 100% from me.
Interesting points brought up there by Kevin Owens.
I love KO, man. Dude's a monster. All right, so let's continue on here. Paul Carpenter, thank you, my dude, for your 5-bomb right there. And let's see what it is you've got to say. He says, Survivor Series Smackdown, last one is Murphy. You might be right there, Paul, especially now that he's back with Rollins and maybe he screws over Rollins at the event. Maybe. I'm behind on the results tab. I believe I am.
Survivor Series Smackdown last one is Murphy.
Aaron the Fiend says, is it just me or does Lars sound kind of like Kane? I guess I can hear it. I can hear it.
There's Roman Reigns and his special counsel, Paul Heyman, looking on. Let's talk about how this matchup came about. Once again, Roman Reigns...
Go ahead with a dual-branded pay-per-view there, Austin James. Honestly, man, I'll answer your question there. You've been sending it the entire stream.
between his cousin Jey Uso and Kevin Owens. Listen, there's a pecking order in WWE, and Roman Reigns sits at the very top.
Thank you, Joseph Smith. I appreciate it. He says, I started watching wrestling in 1997. Dude, so you started... Oh, wow, Joseph. Okay, legit question, Joseph Smith. Did you start because Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart... Or, sorry, let me take that back. Did you start watching because of the Montreal Screwjob? Or were you watching before that? Or were you watching, like, you know, because of that? I think that's what I'm trying to ask you. Sometimes Con Man can make his questions confusing. Because that would be really cool if you got into the wrestling business because of the Montreal Screwjob. Oh. Or if you just started watching before it, that would have been an awesome time to get in, man. I wish I could have watched wrestling live back in the 90s. Man, it would have been awesome to just watch wrestling back then. Back when you didn't have social media and everybody analyzing every single moment of the show. You know, it would be very, very entertaining to sit there and be pissed off at the show or to be entertained by it. And then you tune in the following week.
women in sport.
Top of her game with Tara Sloan. Sundays on
Poll? Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. I didn't get the poll up here for this match. Yeah, I also didn't actually get the match on the screen. My God, Conman, you literally have one job. Just put things up on the screen. And you're not even good at that. Oh, my goodness. Okay, main event is Roman Reigns versus... Or, sorry, Jey Uso versus Kevin Owens. So, Jey Uso versus Kevin Owens.
Hey, Dad.
Jared, do you think you could help a guy out? It's just till I get back on my feet.
You know your dad's a user? You giving him money?
What's going on? Can I borrow some cash? Dude, I got
Cool.
like $30 to my name. Just think.
All right, now let's close this poll and let's get the poll going for you guys, asking you who will win.
Extra salty fries.
Jey Uso.
This is game changing. The pageantry.
A new era begins.
All right, so get those votes in, everyone. You can either do vote Owens or vote Jey for who you think is going to win this match. And let's make that a little easier to see for you guys. There we go. Cool. Joseph Smith says, back then when someone returned, goosebumps. Seriously, dude. Like, eventually probably what I'm going to do as well. Like, I'm only 25 years old. I have a lot more years left on this planet. I hope, fingers crossed, right? I think over the coming years, I'm probably going to try to get through pay-per-views first. I think I really just want to watch pay-per-views. They're easy to binge watch. But then after that, I would love to kind of skim through. Because what started this whole watching old pay-per-views thing is I started watching Monday Night Raw, the actual episodes of Monday Night Raw, just before the Montreal Screwjob in 1997. That's what I started watching. Some Monday Night Raws on television, and I got a decent ways into it. It was actually quite enjoyable. But what I found is that it was a little difficult to truly sit there and binge. I found after 2 episodes, I kind of had enough. You know, I'm like, okay, that's enough of this right now. I don't really need to be sitting watching some more Monday Night Raw stuff, some bad storylines when they did happen, right? It just wasn't all great. And what I felt then is like, okay, I want something more that I can binge, that I can get more information out of, some big moments happening every single time I watch the show. And that's when I decided to go back and start watching all of the pay-per-views. Started in 2006 originally because I wanted to watch all the pay-per-views I didn't get to see growing up. And then about 6 or 7 pay-per-views into that, I decided, you know what am I doing? Let's start right at the beginning. If I'm going to watch through all these shows, I might as well start right where it started. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying watching the old pay-per-views from WWE. Really am, guys. And I can honestly, if you've got the WWE Network, I can't recommend it enough. That is a steal. The ability to sit there and watch every single wrestling pay-per-view in history, or at least WWE pay-per-view in history, right there for $9.99 a month. Like, if you're not taking advantage of it, I'm realizing just how much value there is in that $9.99. Highly recommend going back, watching through some pay-per-views. And you don't have to sit there and watch everything, right? But if you're a fan of wrestling and you've never actually done the hard watches of the 80s, you should put yourself through it. You should be able to gain an appreciation for what we have here today. I know I certainly am, and every single pay-per-view that I'm watching, I'm gaining a deeper and deeper appreciation for what these superstars do in the ring. And at the end of the day, that's all us as wrestling fans can do, is just support and admire what these great athletes can do in the ring. Paul Heyman's coming out now during this match. Oh, what a kick there from Jey Uso catching Kevin Owens.
Owens took his eyes off of Jey Uso for just a second, and yes, my theory was correct.
Joseph Smith says 80s were bad, 90s were the best, this is in between. Early 90s, though, here's what I want to say. Early 90s still had a lot of the flair that the 80s had. All I know, though, is, guys, I had my first mention of Ric Flair during SummerSlam 1991. I believe it was Bobby the Brain Heenan holding the World Heavyweight Championship up towards Hulk Hogan, knocking on his door and mentioning Ric Flair. So this is my first time of hearing of Ric Flair inside of the WWE, so that means he's coming up, and there's going to be some big matches, and I'm really excited to see Ric Flair wrestle some of these guys back in the 90s. So yeah, I'm really, really pumped for that. Because I haven't seen too much of early Ric Flair. But again, when I'm saying that, then I can't wait to go back and watch the Jim Crockett Promotions in NWA. I can't wait to see what they do in there. Like, that stuff is fire, from what I hear. It's some of the best wrestling, and it was 80s wrestling, so there was a different vibe to it as well. Oh. Man, Jey Uso delivering some right hands to Kevin Owens over and over again. Owens is in trouble, dude. All right, let's get on with these donations. So, first up, Con, you have to watch 80s Jim Crockett Promotions NWA. It is absolutely my plan, OPN Entertainment. Absolutely my plan. It's going to take a while to get to. I want to get through all of WWE's old pay-per-views first. But I can't wait to see those matches. I can't wait to see, like, the Midnight Express. I can't wait to see... You know what? I'm actually finding out. I don't know a ton about Jim Crockett Promotions. Who was officially in it? So yeah, I got a lot to learn, guys. I don't really know what I'm talking about when I refer to Jim Crockett Promotions. I know some of the superstars that were in it. I don't know for sure, so I don't want to comment on it, though, because I'll make myself sound stupid, I think. But yeah, it definitely want to watch it. Uh-oh, Kevin Owens, here he comes. Kevin Owens with the cannonball into the corner, and Jey Uso's in a lot of trouble. That's not where Jey wants to be. That is not where Jey wants to be. Kevin Owens goes for the Swanton. He hits it. Kevin Owens never hits the Swanton. 1, 2, Jey kicked out. Wow. All right, so 2K MV'd Chris. Thank you very much, dude, for your $1 donation right there. I appreciate your support. Super kick from Uso catches Owens. Owens now dropped down with a neck breaker as well. This might be enough to put him away. Count of 1, count of 2, kick out by Owens. Retro the Man asking me, what is my opinion on Andre the Giant as a wrestler? So interesting. The dude, I will say this, the dude couldn't really wrestle. He is a little bit like watching paint dry when he wrestled. But the thing that he had going for him is he didn't need to be a great wrestler. He had the size. He had the sheer take one look at me and question, how the hell are you going to beat me? That's what Andre brought to the table, at least from what I have seen so far from the pay-per-views. And he was able to present himself as an absolute gem of a performer. Massive attraction. You're damn right, Kevin Langhoff. Massive attraction. But as an actual wrestler, he was kind of hot trash. Oh, Uso gets his foot on the bottom rope. But that's not me trying to speak ill, because what he brought to the table was the ability for him to go up against anybody and instantly make you question if that person... Oh, Jey Uso just hit a low blow! Jey Uso just hit a low blow as the referee was looking up the ramp towards Roman Reigns. Super kick to the face as well. Kevin Owens is done. Okay, Jayless, I might have to see that. I'm sorry that I'm just WWFing his career, because that's all I've seen of it. Cover 2. Uso just beat Owens. Wow. Okay, then I definitely have to see Andre the Giant in his early days. Like, I definitely have to see that then. So this is me speaking from what I've watched from WrestleMania 1 onwards. So apologies if, like, I'm speaking out on that without knowing about his early career and seeing some matches from that. Apologies to everybody that I just offended with that. That was just my opinion based off the stuff I've seen so far. But if I'm missing matches, I'm missing matches. But big win for Jey Uso, and now here comes the big dog, the tribal chief. They really need to update his whole graphics, don't they? And there you go, Uso standing tall alongside of his cousin, the Universal Champion Roman Reigns, and that's how we end the show. Honestly, building up Jey Uso, I can't get over how damn good this build has been for Jey. We thought this would have been Roman Reigns getting the big push and everything, and don't get me wrong, he still is. But man, like, that's really good that we're able to elevate Jey Uso along with it. I'm going to go ahead and say that show was an 8.5 out of 10. I don't think anything upped my my rating of the show. The main event didn't leave us wanting more. At least not for that match. Another loss for Kevin Owens. It was what it was. I would like to see Kevin Owens presented in a little bit better of a way. But for a main event match, Jey Uso's getting built up, getting put over Kevin Owens. That's a massive win for his career. Not a lot to complain about with that show. Seriously, we're going to get Carmella versus Sasha Banks, which is going to be very, very entertaining to watch. And yeah, the show just seems to be progressing in a very nice way. I'm happy with how that show went tonight. And again, 8.5 out of 10 for me. Okay, so really quickly before we run through the final two donations, because I know some people are probably going to get out of here and enjoy the rest of their Friday night. So really quickly, next Wednesday, everyone, is an exciting day on the channel. Very exciting for me and kind of crazy putting everything into perspective. Next Wednesday, during the NXT and AEW live stream, we will be live for my 8-year anniversary on YouTube. 8 freaking years on YouTube is next Wednesday. So we're going to have some fun. We are going to bring out Drunkman167. All right, that will happen. We will have some shots on the stream. It's a 2-hour live stream, so we will talk wrestling for a little bit. We're going to get drunk. We're not going to get nearly as drunk as last year, okay? Like, I promise you guys, that stream from last year, the 7-year anniversary, was incredible. I blacked out literally for the last hour, so we're not doing that again, but we will be having some drinks here on the live stream. We will definitely, we'll have some fun, and I hope you guys will join me. So that's next Wednesday, okay? 8 years on YouTube. 8 freaking years. I am so excited, man. Like, seriously, 8 years, man. It's mind-boggling to me. We're obviously going to run down memory lane on the 8-year live stream, so we're not going to do that right now. So we will talk about that next Wednesday, everyone. Now we got ourselves 2 more donations before the end of the show, so let's get on with this. Joseph Smith says, back when they had someone returned, absolute goosebumps. It sure was, buddy. I'm excited for some more returns. Hopefully I get to see some soon. And then Cameron Andrews, thank you, buddy, for your final donation of the day. That's going to be enough to probably make you the new boss, unless Joseph Smith just became the new boss. He did not. So here we go. Cameron Andrews, final dono of the day. Boom. Boom!
Hey Con, I broke my ankle 2 days ago and your videos and streams have helped me and I enjoy them a lot.
Well, Cameron, I'm so sorry to hear that you broke your ankle. Thoughts are with you, my friend. Hopefully you heal up pretty soon. But I'm glad that I'm able to entertain you in the time being. All right, so yeah, that's going to probably do it for today. We are going to be live tomorrow with AEW Full Gear. By the way, Cameron Andrews, you're the new boss. So we'll be live tomorrow night with AEW Full Gear, which should be a good show as well. And I see some people also here in the live chat saying, Con, you should replay some of your biggest reactions over the past year. If you guys would like for me to do that, please, in our Discord server, we have a section that says paste clips here. if you want to find any reaction clips from the Conman channel over the past year, feel free to post them in there, and we might end up using it on the live stream. So if you guys want to do that, if you want to cycle through some Conman videos, download them and find your favorite parts, feel free to do so. If not, that's also okay. But yeah, it's in the Discord server. We got a section that says paste clips here. So make sure you guys do that if you want me to pull up any reaction clips over the past year. But everyone, that's going to do it for me here tonight. Thank you so very much for watching. I really hope you guys had a great time. If you did on your way out, please make sure you leave a like on this video. Would be greatly appreciated. Also making sure you are subscribed to this channel so you never miss another live stream. Well, that's it for me. Thank you so very much for watching, everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful Friday night. I've been Khan, and that was Friday Night Smackdown.